Okay, just catching up on some readings here from last week. Sorry, didn't get back to you guys. I think there's a few here I haven't read yet. So, this reading is for Joan Sario Holder. Hi, Joan. This was, I think, last week's reading, which is the Valentine's reading. Um, again, this is for earthly beings here. Love could be everywhere, but this is for earthly beings, right? They're still here with us. Okay, so this reading is for Joanne, and we're calling the connection between you and George. I hope I said this right, Joanne. George Opsile. I'll just call him George. Giorgio. Okay. Giorgio. So we're going to go and clear some energies here. All right. Whew, all right. So, the way we catch the frequencies and the connection, Joanne, we're going to ping your energy first, sending that out to George. All right. Let us see what we can see. All right. I do a little prayer here. Oh Lord, and all the upper beings of the universe, please give us the guidance and the connection from Joan to George. How does George feel about Joanne, and how does Joanne feel about George? We're going to ping first how Joanne feels about George at this time. Joanne's energy, life force, soul connection to George. How does Joanne feel about George? Okay. All right, so let's see. A new beginning. That's the first card. This is Celtic Cross reading. Creative force. Excellent. Ace of Wands is, Wands are usually creative. That's their suit. And the Ace of Wands is a higher force. So you can see the clouds coming in, right? Not from earthly means, non-earthly means, dimensional, third dimension. But, inventing a better way, right? Always a better way to this new direction. New mistakes, right? Forget the old mistakes. Learn from the old mistakes so you can make new mistakes, and you just keep learning. Okay. Taking on the challenge of this new beginning. I do see the Ace of Wands on top of this new beginning of yours. With confidence, lots of confidence and courage, taking it on, feeling fired up and eager. That's the energy of the Ace of Wands, right? Inventing a better way, expanding your potential, looking at greater possibilities in this new beginning. Excellent. Now the root cause, working towards a goal. This is good. All right, working towards a goal, right? And you're very, very busy in working towards that goal. This is the root cause. Wonderful. You have the creative force. It's there. You could ping outside yourself. Ideas come to you, and follow through. And you've dabbled enough on this earthly plane of ours to know what works and what doesn't work. So this is good. Working towards that goal for that new beginning, and remember, it's a creative force, right? Express yourself, right? The needs, get excitement out of this, and ready to tackle on the world, inspiring others. That's very important. Inspiring and believing in yourself, having that confidence which you have. Okay, so this is you and George are looking for a new beginning. There's some creative force working towards that goal. Look at that, detailed, oriented, work. Focus, getting it done. Okay, the Empress. Now the Empress is motherly nature. It's abundance too, right? Abundance. The Empress is about cornucopia delights. That's kind of going away, right? It's still here, right? It's still here. Um, um, and this is about, not only a new beginning, but to build that abundance again, right? Building that abundance. Okay, that nature, that force of nature, right? Being able to be in abundance of all kinds, your senses, the food, the pleasure, and you're bringing this into this new beginning, having that cornucopia delights all over again, right? So it's still here, but it's low, but I see that you're working towards building that abundance. Okay. Fighting environment. Okay, so I see that there is some, not a fighting, but kind of like blocked, right? It's like, okay, let's do this. And then George's like, so this is entanglement. And it's not really a fighting argument. It's just, blocked flow, right? So this is the creative process. Let's do this. And then it's like, well, keep at it. The creative force is there. You see? Okay, there is one that's gonna work, right? All of these ideas are all tangled up. All the ones are all kind of like, banging on each other, right? The synchronicity, but there is one that steps higher than the other. Okay, so keep working on a creative, productive, inspiring, not to only bring your heart's desire, but also, your spiritual, your spiritual desires, as well as your material desire here, right? Bring that forth and seeing that on people too. So I see that there is entanglement. It's from you're entangled on how to proceed, how to do this. And this is great. This is great because you're working together in finding that solution, that creativeness to get through it, right? That creativeness to get through it. And it's just hassles. There's a little competition there, but that's okay. Competition as long as you grow, and understand both stuff and hassles in this creative force. You'll get there. Okay, you'll get there. Just keep pinging and ponging, right? Working together, right? Working together. Looking at both sides of the equations, putting yourself in their foot, and so forth. That's how we work together. Deeper meaning, moving on. Okay, so that's coming into the future. Okay, meaning leaving the old ways behind. Looking like this has been 2, 4, 6, a couple of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8 years, and and it's hard. After that 7th year, it's hard, right? It is hard to move on, right? Move on and find a deeper meaning, right? But once this is done, after the fighting environment, disagreement, and all that little hassles, right? This abundance is still here, right? But it's kind of lowered right now. It's low energy, okay? Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so right now, what I'm feeling from you, this is how you project yourself. When we're not being listened to, or it's always a blockage, right? Always a blockage, or always being blocked, or you're going this way and then George is like, no, let's go this way. It's self-absorption, right? It's kind of like I'm looking at these 3 cups, and I'm so I'm in isolation looking at these 3 cups, but I don't see the one. See, the clouds are good. Clouds are coming from above, right? So from above our earthly plane here. But there is a gift being shown, right? There's a gift being shown, right? So this agreement that you guys are having, cross-purposing, it reflects on this new beginning. And there is, this is apathy, and it's like the worst because, it's almost like that coldness in the room where, you know, you're not connecting, right? We're being self-absorbed in our cave, not seeing what's right in front of us, or what's the idea, the gift that's coming in, right? Okay, so let's take a look. I'm trying to make these readings, because I do. When I read, I just read. And the past readings, I didn't realize I'm doing 30, 40, 45 minutes on readings. But I want to get to everyone, so I'm going to go and try to... Oh, look at that. Love. Intimacy. Okay. So, this is on the other side, or second opinion, okay? So, there is love there. There is love between you and George, okay? That intimacy, right? Right now, the creativity is blocked, right? And because it is, the Empress is kind of like the abundance, the cornucopia of delights. There's a few things there that needs to be on the table. Okay, so in a table during Thanksgiving, right? The Empress would try every dish, right? The Emperor will not. He knows what he likes. He needs, this is, the dish, this dish, that dish he'll have in his plate. But the Empress is like, I want to taste every dish, right? So it's an abundance and availability, right? Like Garden Eden and stuff like that. And that motherly, right? That motherly connection needs to get back into you guys, right? Giver of life, right? Right? And I feel that right now you're kind of in your own world in a way. I could say the four of cups. Cups are emotions. The Four of Cups talks about just staying in. You're not being involved. You're kind of passively accepting stuff. Kind of losing interest. Because I don't blame you. Because this is not an encouraging thing, but it could be constructive criticism, right? So when we get this card, it's all about exclamation point. Well, we should do this. We should do that. What about question mark? You could say the same energy, but you could say the same words, but different energy, right? So question mark, right? So why do you think this would be better? Or, I want to understand why you think this is better, because I'm concerned about this, of the idea, the process and stuff. So questioning to understand for yourself and not to put down the person is a good way, a good angle to get through the disagreement, right? Okay, but there is love between you guys, okay? It's lower right now, but it's there, okay? That's the one thing beautiful about love. Once you love someone and you share that connection with someone, it'll be there. Regardless if you're married, together, they're married, there's still that connection. Because love does not go away, right? It's like a candle. It will lessen, but that love is still there. You'll still feel that connection with the person. And this is lowered right now because, things are not moving forward. Okay. All right. We were just talking about this, the Emperor. So, the Emperor, okay? So, you got the Empress and the Emperor. The Emperor is structure, process. It's a process. You build the foundation of the house. Make sure that foundation is solid. To me, in this reading, is friendship. Okay, the friendship in people. So, in the physical world, in the house, I use this as an anomaly. Is the foundation, it's the bricks. If one brick is not as sturdy as the other, it will bring down the foundation. So you really can't build on top of that, like, second story, windows, doors, kitchen. You have to make sure that foundation is solid. And getting to that solid foundation, and bringing that the Empress in, you have a balance on both, right? You have the process of this new beginning. to understand the foundation, what you want, what he wants, what would make you feel secure, right? That's material world, spiritual. The Empress comes in, right? Because he's structure and she's not, right? But she also brings in abundance and creation and life, right? For the Emperor to structure down. So they come in balance, right? That needs to come in, but both sides need to be honored. The Emperor needs to be honored in the process of rebuilding, starting this new journey of yours, but the Empress has to come in to look at the structure, right, for abundance, right? What timeline we're on, times have changed, the energy has changed. We just went through a great event in this century, right? The pandemic, right? Back to the 1800s again, right? So the world has changed, and we got to change with it, adapt to survive. Okay, I'm getting on again. So, conclusion and news. So, you will get your news. It's upside down right now. The conclusion to this whole journey, the new beginning, you and George, okay? There will be deeper meaning. Keep continuing working on towards that goal, right? Of that new beginning. And right now, the two sides need to meet somewhere. It's like, okay, the Empress will go this way, and the Emperor will go, okay, and then this push to and fro, right? To and fro. But there is love between you guys. There's love there that I sense from him. So let's take a look how he feels about you. And then the third reading is, what should you do to find family, peace, and joy to help the situation? Pursue which angle it is to find peace and harmony, okay? Peace and harmony. That's all we want. Okay, now since we've already pinged Joan's energy to George, let's ping it back. George, how do you feel about Joan? George, what's going on? How do you feel about Joan? George, how do you feel about Joan? All right, your heart, soul, your being. George, how do you feel about Joan? Let us see what we can't see. Permanence. Okay, so permanence, that's the first card. Permanence, it's about like what you see, right? You got a couple, a child, two dogs. In the back, got this castle. They're out in the market, and they got money. They're happy. They're buying something expensive from the peddler, probably some jeweled blanket or whatever. But that's the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, okay? It's permanent, right? Material abundance. Looking for that permanent solution that will last, not just temporary, right? And staying within the established guidelines, okay? Staying with traditions, and all that stuff. Okay, what's going with it? Options. Okay, so this card is a funny card because it's wishful thinking, but also options, right? Well, with wishful thinking and options, you got to be realistic. Look at the question in the matter here. And did you try everything, right? That's the question, That's going against the first card, okay? And it is, let me see, 4, 5, 7 of Cups. Again, emotions, right? The 7 of Cups. And then the 7 of Cups talks about options, okay? We have to figure out if it's sending wishful thinking, dreaming, getting caught up in what's not reality, okay? Getting caught up to what, is real right now, right? What can work right now. But depending on the ring, if it's you have many options or you're just wishful thinking, okay? And letting everything go, right? So it could be either way. So let's take a look. The Devil. Okay, so the Devil is a unknown truth. Okay, so also to this, the devil is a lot of it's I describe it as a black hole, right? It's really really powerful, and it sucks you in, and you don't know why, right? This is all about the material. The lovers is on the other side, has nothing to do with material. It's about spiritual. This is about material things. So, addiction to people, places, and things. Okay, it's like a noun, right? So this is upside down. It's lowered, right? So that could be any material thing, even people. When we're addicted to a person, right? So same thing with the place or things in our life, right? We tend to want that more than a spiritual connection with a person or another being here on earth. So, and to him that it's bounded my mature force. Okay, the permanency, the connection between you and him is by material. Okay, so okay, ego, Hierophant winning. Okay, that's going in the past. He feels like he's not winning in the situation, and the pride is down. A little bit here. Oh, there you go. Here we go. So in the previous reading, if you want to rewind this, I'll put this on YouTube. You'll see that position over here, right? That's how others look at you, how he's looking at you, or second opinion. So there is love there, Joan. It's worth fighting for. I know you guys been through hell and back. Okay, so there's nothing in any difference. Okay, so abundance. There is love there. There's intimacy. This is Ace of Cups. Okay, and if you're so lucky to have that connection with George, it's just another challenge, another block on the road, and you look upon it all the things that you guys been through, you'll so forth. Okay, Page of Pentacles. That's what's coming in and what's going away. Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles, again, pentacles are material force. The pages are young, starting. I call them teenagers. They're teenagers, that teenage energy, that young energy. But, having the effect, okay? So this is coming in. So this is the energy that's coming in, okay? Being practical, okay? Being trustworthy. That's really important. Okay, and grow and expand, right? So being able to have faith in others too, right? And accept the solution at hand, right? That's really, really important. But that's coming in, which is good. This is the energy coming in. It's a future card coming in. Okay, and this pride is going away, which is good. It's ego. Ego's horrible. It makes you spiritually useless. And that I won and you lost. There's no such thing as winning and losing. Because when you win, someone loses. When you lose, it's a back and forth. You either win or you lose, right? Okay, so the ego and all that stuff is going away. The feeling triumph. I'm winning. Okay, so trust needs to be built again. That's coming in full force. This is good. Taking a realistic approach, okay? And find a solution that works, right? Because it's worth it. Look at that, right? Family, peace, and joy. So, George does, look, these are wonderful cards. Look at that. Okay, these three. This is going against it. These three cards. These three. Family, peace, and joy, permanence, a lot of love. Okay, that's how he's looking at you, right? You're part of that circle, that family, that safety net, that joy. Okay, so he does love you very much. Wants to stay here. I know there's a lot of head banging and stuff like that, but it just when you get through that, the gift that you'll see at the end of that tunnel. It's going to be spectacular, right? Because you guys got through this together. What a triumph for both you and him. Win-win, right? makes your relationship stronger. You can look back at this and like, I remember this. Oh my God, and we're still here together. Yes. Okay, there's certain things in life is, oh, look at that. Yeah, sorry, Joan. You guys are destined. You're destined to be connected, okay? So their destiny card is coming in. Um, the wishful thinking and all that, their options. You could reach out and look at other stuff, and you know the process, the means. Use your spidey sense, your instinct to lead you to that factual idea that's realistic and works on our earthly plane, right? It's all about following your spidey sense and if it could really realistically happen here, right? Okay, the hangman. Okay, so coming together, the hangman's upside down, but it's coming together. The hangman is understanding your part in the situation, right? See the enlightenment, see the halo, that's enlightenment. When one, there in a spectrum, there's a beginning and end, negative and positive. That's the timeline of event for this particular, situation. Okay, but once you understand, once one person understands their part in the situation, that's it. Because the second one just comes in like a domino effect. It just comes in. So understanding his own bullshit, his own bullshit and how you guys got here is absolutely wonderful, right? So the hangman, right? You understand how to dance, and you understood why you stepped on your feet or their feet, right? So now when you dance again, you'll be in sync, right? In sync. So the hangman, it's getting there. It's halfway down. Still looking at options, right? Well, there's options. Technically, remember the options, okay? You need to gain that trust back. Trust in others. That winning thing needs to go away. Winning it together. Not about you winning it or him winning it. Winning together. Okay? And it's worth fighting. This is actually wonderful. I'm not in the combination here. Okay? I think he loves you more than you love him. That's from what I see. But that's good. My mother always told me, find someone that loves you more than you love them, because you know they're not going to leave you. That's what my mother used to say. All right, so let's see the outcome. Deeper meaning moving on. Okay, so you guys are definitely in sync. Okay? You guys are definitely in sync. Definitely in sync, as you can see it here. You guys are definitely in sync. Because your cards were his cards in the previous reading. The deeper meaning moving on, I believe it was here. So I see that keep working, keep building the trust, do the question mark, work together, honor each other. Even if your relationship went from the lovers to friends to business, whatever, okay? The foundation of that all is friendship, trust, right? Friendship. Being able to communicate freely without thinking about all the bad stuff. It's not going to do you any good. But building that trust, okay, the devil is upside down. Got to get over that. Deeper meaning moving on. That darkness, that truth, it's still there. That needs to come out. Okay, it's a trusting in each other together. Okay, forgive, move on. It's part of your path. He loves you very much. Stick with it, because if we have these cards, these three together in any reading in our lifetime, how wonderful is that? It's family, love, which lasts forever, and permanency. Look at that. That's like ultimately, right? Happiness, the pentacles, abundance. You have enough abundance to enjoy your life, to enjoy yourself. Not, living to work, right? Or working to live. It's just live. All right, sweetie. Keep at it. Believe you can do it, and it's worth it. All right. Many blessings to you and George. And you guys are not done yet. All right.